I don't know. Is it getting better or not? Racism out there, right? People still talking about race, and they talking about it from past experiences. They're talking about in the present when we talk about sports, life, entertainment. We judge or we see people judging based on race. Well, here's Rudy Gobert right now. Going to talk about an experience that he had growing up. Now, a lot of times we have to squint when we hear some of these issues and people talk about racism. You're like, is that really racism? Is that just a people's rooting interest? Well, this one right here, I think this is racism. All right, we're going to talk to it right now. Let's show what Rudy Gobert went through as a little itty bitty. Says right here, we don't want that baby in our house. He's talking about the experience he had growing up. Before I was even conscious, when I was just a child coming into the world, northern France, some people didn't want me around because of who I am. And not just people, my own people, very close family, actually. It's a painful memory, but one that I need to share. You see, every year, my mom's side of the family had this big Christmas dinner at a certain person's house. Damn, he trying to protect the races. Say who it is, fool. My mom is white. My dad is black. He's from Guadeloupe, and he was playing basketball professionally in France when they met. My mom already had 2 white children from a previous relationship, and then I came into the world. All right, we get it. And for some people, that was a problem. After I was born, certain relatives made it very clear to her that she wasn't welcome to come to Christmas dinner if she brought me along. She could come on her own, but she couldn't bring that child. She couldn't bring Rudy. Well, ooh, boo-boo in your face. Let's show the family. Let's show how it looked from Rudy Gobert's background. So obviously we see who Rudy is and the 2 older white children and Rudy's mama. What the hell they eating though? Strawberry shortcake, I guess? Woo! Mama could cook. All right, let's get off. Imagine being in that dynamic. God dog. Imagine being Rudy Gobert in that. God dog. Boy, they caught the vapors now. Let's just say that. It ended well for Rudy Gobert. But that family experience right there. I am really perplexed when it comes to people actually using race to determine their actions or responses to others. I've never been through a situation like that. You know what's so crazy why I haven't experienced racism? I said it, yeah, for real. And people think it's so crazy. Like, you black, somebody had to be racist against you. You black, you from Compton, you from LA, you had to experience racism. First of all, let's just be real from my perspective. I grew up around all black people. Let me say that again to y'all. All black people. The only people I saw that weren't black were either working like at a store, and the only people I saw that weren't black were like police officers or people in service. That's it. Now, I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't caught up in the streets. I also wasn't interested. I ain't had time and I wasn't interested in that. So I never had any encounters where the first layer, somebody was like, oh, look at this mother. You know, ain't nobody, oh, look at this N-word. Like, because I never even got to that point. Now, my boys that dealt with racism, they dealt with it, but they didn't say the first thing that they dealt out, which was, I ain't excusing the racism. I'm just saying, dog, it didn't start with him saying, hey, N-word. It didn't start off with like, oh, you mother. Like, it started somewhere else. Like yesterday, let me tell you this. This guy in his car was mouthing out, which probably was some racist stuff. But he in his car, I'm in my car. I'm turning, it's a lot of traffic. So, you know, LA especially. When a lot of traffic, people got their lane, they own the lane, they own their space. Don't you dare cut me off. I've been waiting here for an hour to make a left turn. Well, he thought I was trying to cut him off. What I was really doing was going around him. But he honking, mad, trying to swerve, almost hit my car. I got my itty bitties with me and my wife. So I stop and I look and I just, you know me, I'm smiling and giggling. And I'm looking at it like that. And I'm like, wow. And he just really going there. But first layer was him thinking I'm cutting him off. That's my point. Rudy didn't have a first layer. Rudy just was. He just was an itty bitty. Just darker, just shades, just the color of those other white kids if they go and suntan for a while. They get a good weekend on vacation. Isn't that crazy? Like the people, his family shaped their whole existence based on you look more tan than them. Now, Rudy Gobert turns out to be Rudy Gobert, household name. And now, what are they doing? What was that about? Let's talk about it. Culture. I am not a fan of culture. As much as I love what it brings, I hate what it takes away. I hate what it brings too. It's like a box. It's like, yo, like culture to me, tell me if I'm wrong, it's like this room full of boxes. And like, we gonna act like we all in this one room, but really we all in these boxes. And when you're in that box, don't you dare go over there in that box. That's a bad box. Our box is better. What the fuck? No, that box got something I want, and this box I'm in got something they want. Can we just cut the boards down, cut the sides down, make one big ass beat street, one big old cardboard that lays on the floor and we all can just roam? Like I really would what is culture? Thoughts, beliefs, actions we all like subscribe to. Subscribe to? Like you mean to tell me I got a code? You mean to tell me I'm supposed to be this? You mean to tell me I'm not in alignment with this? I'm not culturally appropriate? When I do things that are culturally from other white things, Latino things, like last night you could have called me Latino, bro. I was out there getting it in, eating tacos, tequila. It was some, I don't know what we were at, some event. Point being, when white girls that go on vacation get their hair braided, black girls that got blonde hair like my wife right now, got a blonde wig. Come on, y'all. Knock these boxes down, man. Bust out so we can all get our groove on together. We need to break down these cultural walls. I'm not a fan of culture. I would get rid of culture, for real. People are like, what? I'm not saying don't forget what we went through, but I'm saying do not tell me what to go through. I'm not forgetting what we went through, but don't tell me what to go through. Don't do that. And don't tell me based on my color. Like, what? Oh, no, your color, you do this. That's what y'all do. Black people, you do that. I hate that. And Rudy had to go through that. Boy, them people look stupid now, though. That's just insult to injury, right? They already fractured mentally, injured mentally to even go at that little kid like that. Only time I ever dealt with that was I was dating this girl at Columbia. She was Latino, Dominican. Woo! Beautiful. And I went to her house, and she barely spoke, but she spoke English. But she barely spoke. She was just quiet. But her family, talking crazy all the time, but only Spanish. Like they didn't speak that much English. So I'm there, I'm eating. I ain't want to eat. I ain't gonna lie. I hate people. Don't invite me over and cook. Just invite me over. Order food. I don't trust people. I don't trust your mama. Oh, this is good. I'm like, what's she back there doing? When the last time she washed her hands? Anyway, they cooking it up. I'm hearing nothing but Spanish, and I know this much because I'm from LA and I got an A in Spanish, but I know this much. I ain't never been immersed in no Latin country, so I know this much. But I do know some stuff, and I'm like, eating, don't want to eat, listening, shaking my head like I know what the hell they talking about. Looking at her, she's all quiet, whatever. We leave. We go back to my dorm, we talking. She said, I apologize. I said, why you apologize? I was like, the food was good. I'm lying, it wasn't that good. And I was like, yeah, people, your family's nice, cool, nice meeting them. She said, she said, I apologize for them calling you a monkey. I said, a monkey? She was like, yeah. She's like, you didn't know, or you probably don't know, but my uncles were calling you a monkey. I was like, really, why? And they was like, because you're dark. And I guess in Dominican culture, the dark ones and the white and the light ones beef out way more than we do, like light skin and dark skin. We joke. Dark skin, light skin joke in black culture. In Dominican culture, they beef out. So she was like, yeah, they were really not happy talking trash. Whatever. Sometimes it's better to not know. Ignorance is bliss. So that's the only time I have to deal with it. Bring some levity to that. But man, y'all tell me, culture, y'all still with culture? I see kids doing a whole different thing right now. So culture for me,